Respawn has introduced the concept of reworking legends. This is a fantastic way to bring new life to weak, unused legends. Revenant's rework in Season 18 did wonders for his pick rate, which makes sense. I discussed this early on in Season 18, but one thing that I'm always on a hunt for is solo queue legends. Normal players who solo queue honestly have it rough. Does this new Revenant have what it takes? Well, I need two things to be true for me to recommend this to the normal player. Is the legend good enough for the average player? And more importantly, does it allow normal players to play selfish because the kit outweighs the selfishness by providing team utility? In my opinion, that is not the case with this new Revenant, unless you are a demon. I just can't say use him for your solo queue ranked journey. My name is Flame078, the normal gamer, breaking down Apex from the average perspective. So let's dive into why Revenant is not a great ranked solo queue legend. So a normal player has time against them, and a solo queue player, well, has the whole goddamn game against them. I have always been clear in my guides for rank that you need to maximize your sessions. There is no reason for you to be losing so many games in a row. You gotta take a step back, you gotta reset, try again later. Especially now when you have like 100 days of ranked. You'll get to the rank you want if you actually deserve it. You gotta play smart. It's why I always say, if you're solo queuing in ranked, you got to be selfish. Period. It is your points, so that's the only thing that matters. And the legend that you use in your grind will make all the difference. But what I love about Apex Legends is the team aspect. When you get that team synergy going, it's so much fun. So I do weigh teamwork equally important in my guides. Revenant's kit is super aggressive, and I've noted this and already discussed this in length. He's a fun legend to just go in pubs and kill grind for. But this does not translate well into the ranked solo queue experience. The biggest reason is that you lack team coordination. And again, unless you're a demon, it's really hard to play to the strengths that Revenant provides. To be able to push with your team, to be that person to apply pressure, be the front runner, to capitalize on weak enemies, downed enemies. All of this requires some degree of communication, and as a solo queue player, that is not guaranteed whatsoever. You'll get duos who maybe talk to you once they do something fucking stupid and are dead or down, or you'll get two other solo players that apparently lost their microphones and don't use them throughout the entirety of the match. I always recommend and I try to encourage you all to be proactive in your communication, but this is not something that you can rely on. It's honestly a roll of the dice. The times I did decent with Revenant, I had teammates who communicated, and honestly, most of the time that wasn't the case. So without that, I had a lot of instances where I timed my ultimate badly, I couldn't capitalize on pushes, I get singled out and the kid couldn't help me escape. And even in the instances where I could escape, where I chose my life over my teammates because they decided to do something stupid, unless they were a support legend, I basically ended up being solo for that match, which really sucks, especially in this new system. Again, if you're mechanically gifted, go for it. For the average player, based on the content I see and the interactions I've had with my content and guides, I see a mixture of average game sense and average mechanical skills, maybe great game sense and subpar mechanical skills. But in general, you kind of need both in tandem to really hone and take advantage of Revenant without relying on communication. You gotta be comfortable with your ones. You gotta be comfortable enough to do 1v2s and 1v3s. You essentially gotta be able to play like a bald wraith to really make Revenant work as a solo queue player. And since me, that's not really the case, I just couldn't find the rhythm for him because Revenant doesn't provide any team value. But I'm just an average person. What do you guys think? My name is Flame078, the normal gamer. Until next time, adios.